It's that time again on Tinker World. I'm going to do something really silly. I'm going to design my own bamboo farm powered by allays and flying machines. So it'll be fun, it'll be simple, it'll be easy. Flying machines are never problematic, right? Sure. But first, I need a wool farm. So I'm over in my industrial area. Okay, it's not much of an industrial area. It's got a villager breeder. And my raid farm is out there in the distance somewhere. But it's time to start getting industrial. And my first farm here is going to be a wool farm. Because I need it. I need all the wool for all of the beds. Because, yeah, trading hall is a thing that's coming. But also, I'm going to be working with some allays. And that is definitely going to need wool. So I think we're going to hop up here and see what we can do about that. The first step in this is to find a convenient place for sheep. Now, this lovely area here, right next to this pen full of sheep, seems like a good place to get started. Plus, I need something that's going to be up just a little bit. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it's going to make things a little bit easier. So we're going to start here, and what I'm going to do is the first thing is build the collection system. Because this is not going to be your typical stick the sheep in their lonely little pens type of farm. So step one was this little dealy bob where we're going to have a minecart do our collection, okay? Step two is to lay out some grass, and this is where our sheep are going to be standing, okay? Nice, easy, simple, okay? Now, the sheep are only going to be in the area where the minecart is, right under these center two sections of grass. But I'm going to grow out some extra grass on the side because that is going to make life so much easier for this grass in the middle. Basically, it's going to help the grass grow so when the sheep eat it, it will grow back faster. Sounds good? Sounds good. So I've got some things in place. Got some glass, some sea lanterns. The sheep are going to be here. Now I've laid out some dirt because this is going to help me lay out some dispensers. And basically what I want to do is take dispensers all the way across this on both sides. Okay? So all the way across the top of the sheep pen. Now the idea is when these things get hit with a redstone signal, they'll dispense. What will they dispense? They'll dispense shears. But when you dispense shears, it means they shear the sheep. So that is what's going to shear all of the sheep that are going to be in here. So the sheep will be able to wander around, eat the grass, and do whatever. But that's as much as they'll be able to do. Okay? So I'm not going to really organize it. I'm just going to shear them all and then collect the wool. And eventually, as I said, I'm going to set up a sorting system out here, but that is a problem for future me. Let's go ahead and finish getting at least this part set up. The farm is set. The next step is going to be getting sheep into the farm, okay? Now, it turns out sheep are somewhat stupid. So what I'm going to do first of all is see if I can get them here. You guys come out of the way so I can give you a block to stand on. Okay. Come on, move your little woolly behind. Okay, somebody. Thank you. All right. Now, let's see if I can get some of these sheep out here. Obviously, I'm going to have lots of other things come out this way, too. And see if I can get these sheep into the scaffolding. Okay? Because they love me and want to follow me into the scaffolding. All right, now watch what happens. Look! Sheep elevator. See? See how easy it is? This is all I need to do to load these sheep into the farm. Is just get them into the scaffolding. And then they will follow me right on up. And yeah. Easy peasy-ish. The collection system is now in place. I still need to take this little hopper minecart, right? It's going to go there. And it's just going to run back and forth across this all day. Now, the fun part is if there's something in this minecart, for example, we'll throw some detector rails at it. See, it'll stop here for a minute and unload. And when it's done unloading, then it will head back and pick up some more stuff, right? Awesome. But one thing I want to do here is we'll go ahead and break that for a minute. Because what I want to do is I want to stick a detector rail. There's probably good, okay? It doesn't really matter where it goes, but as long as, oh, darn it. Well, that's just annoying. Okay, that kind of does matter now. That was really stupid. All right, got it working. I just had to shift the detector rail back because, yep, it was forcing the stuff to change, and that's not good. But this detector rail is going to do something really fun for us. And basically, every time that minecart rolls over it, it's going to give a redstone signal, right? So basically, this is going to be a clock for us, which is going to be really, really helpful. So here's what our hopper minecart clock is doing, is it's powering our happy little shears here, right? Now, I suppose what I could do, because I am hitting this fairly often on this one side, maybe I'll move it back this way perhaps. That might be a little bit better, just so it's a little bit more even. But what this means is every time the minecart hits that, these guys will dispense shears to shear the sheep. So I've got this now set. Got a little double hopper system feeding this minecart with chest. And if I hit this lever, that will go around all of these hoppers that feed into the dispensers. And that's what's going to allow me to fill this thing up with redstone, okay? Or with redstone, with shears. Now, I might need to add a little bit more powered rail coming around here when this is full. We'll try it and see, but for now, I think this is going to work out okay. I decided to take a simpler solution. Rather than have a switch here, I just connected that minecart up to the clock. And so it'll come back here, pick up some hoppers, okay, and then whoosh, out and go and start filling up all of these dispensers. And you can see I've got a fair number of them. I mean, there's one in all of them, obviously. Right, but then I can just fill it up, and if I come down here and turn off the farm from this lever right there, right, this minecart will go back that way. It stops the entire system. The idea remains, though, is that the whole system gets controlled from one lever, and I don't have to worry about turning it on and off. The only thing I then need to be aware of is how many shears I have in the system. So that is going to be awesome. The farm is now fully functional. So every time this minecart jumps across this detector rail, right, it fires off the shears, and you can see it's basically has shorn the sheep, right? Any sheep that's underneath one of these gets sheared if it has wool. And obviously the grass is going to grow in based off of the grass from the other side, which is great, right? You just saw it snip that sheep over there, or heard it snip anyway. Now I'm going to come in here and breed up a few more sheep. But yeah, that's it. That's the basis of the farm. And I can come in here and I can basically get not quite as many sheep as I can fit, maybe. But I can definitely add a lot of sheep to this. I just have to be sure I keep it balanced so there's still grass growing, right? Baby sheep are there. I may go in and breed up a few more later. But what I can do at any point is I can come in here, stop the farm, wait for the sheep to regrow their wool, and then start dyeing sheep as I need different colors. Or if I just want all 16 colors, I can end up with sheep just like that. So there we go. Nice and easy farm. It's quick. It doesn't sort, right? You end up with, if you've got multiple colors of wool, they'll all end up in the same place. But that's fine. Now I've got plenty of wool so I can start making a handful more beds, because I think I'm going to need some to populate more of my villagers. So here is my villager trading hall. Okay. Doesn't look like much. It's not much. This is ENX04's instant trading hall. It's super easy. But what I wanted was to get a bunch of masons so that I can get some terracotta, glazed terracotta, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buy a bunch of bricks from these guys. These ones that are here, and they'll fill in over time. Okay, yeah, and eventually this will get up to the terracotta level and it will be lovely. Hi. Look, there are jobs here. Not there. No, no. Try, over this way. Yeah, you wanna be a stonemason. I know you do. Okay. You do. You really want to be a stonemason. I'm fairly confident that he doesn't want to. Are you sure you don't want to be a stonemason? I've got some great openings right over there. Ground level. These are ground level openings. Perfect for new people looking for jobs. Get in on the ground floor and join this high action. I don't think he believes me. Okay, here's the next part of my master plan. I need to catch a creeper in a boat and get a skeleton to kill it so that it will drop a music disc. Now I could go get a music disc because Snoopers has one. I can use it to breed up an allay, but it's going to be a lot more convenient if I have one here, or if I can just breed them here. So to do that, I kind of need the music disc here. So let's go see if I can go creeper hunting and see what I get. Aha. Found our first victim, and not the invisible wandering trader. No, no. Here we go. We've got ourselves a creeper. We've got ourselves a skeleton. Okay, step one. Don't blow up. Don't blow up. No. That's right. Ah, darn it. He's in the boat. Okay, let's see if oh, spiders. Spiders are not what I'm looking for. No. They're not what I'm looking for at all. Okay. Let's see if I can get one of these other skeletons. Hi, you look promising. Could you come shoot at this creeper, please? No. That guy who's in the boat with the creeper is less helpful than he could be. Hi, come over here. Jeez, so many skeletons, and none of them are shooting at the creeper. Okay. That's, you know what I might be able to do? Here is, here, you get in the boat. Perfect. Now, oh, this is going to be great. Now, let's see if I can get, these guys to shoot at the creeper. Oh, there we go. There we go. We've got one. That's right. Keep shooting. There we go. One dead creeper, one music disc, and one fleeing Minecrafter. All right. We've got it. What do we get? Mall. Okay. Cool. All right. So, hey, let's see what this sounds like. That's very chill. Okay. Okay. I mean, it doesn't quite go with my arrows all over my body look, but you know, it works. It works. I've decided that this little villager house right across from my trading hall, I guess, for lack of a better word, is going to be where my allays live. Now, that one has now run away. Okay, cool. But oh, this guy's not quite ready. I just bred this one up, so all right, cool. Well, let me go bring him back, and then we'll. Oh, he is back. Cool. Are you There you go. Yeah, see, there we go. Yeah, they're happy. That's right. Oh, yeah, we're going to be putting these guys to use at some point in the not too distant future. Now that we have the wool farm in place, and we've got a few more allays, it's time to build the bamboo farm of doom. Or, you know, the bamboo farm of at least mildly annoying. One of the two. And so it's going to go in this space here. So here's step one, I think. So these stone blocks, this one and that one over there, mark the edge of chunk borders. So I'm going to try to keep this farm within basically a 4-chunk area. That one, and then these two over here, which should be fairly straightforward. So let's see if I can go ahead and get this kind of settled in here somewhere and figure out where things are going to go. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this in 2 halves. We're basically going to have the haves and the have-nots. I'm sorry. I had to. I could not help myself. That joke had to happen. Sorry. So I'm going to start on this side, and this is going to be a flying machine powered farm, which is of course always a special breed of fun. Now, flying machines are in fact weird and stupid. So if you're not used to flying machines, you don't want to build flying machines, I fully understand that. They're also fun lag generators, so that's cool. Also, standing on top of blocks so you can place other ones. That's an important talent one should cultivate, even if you're not into the flying machines. Okay, so we're going to get those, and now we'll slap that. Oh, right, because this doesn't let me do it. Okay. Ah, cheese monkeys. All right, well, I was going to try to place a block there, but apparently it's too hard, and Ah, no, stop. Okay. Well, flying machine works. That's not what was supposed to happen. I mean, that's how it's designed to work, but that was not what was supposed to happen. I think I've got this in place, at least the flying machine. Let's maybe trigger this. Okay. Flying machine is definitely flying. That's awesome. And now hits that, and that flaps, and it pushes it back. Okay, perfect. This is exactly how it's supposed to work. And then it'll hit this obsidian and stop. Okay, perfect. Oh, I love it when things work. Some of you who know flying machines are looking at this and like, dude, why did you build it this way? Okay, it's admittedly odd. But what I want to do is I'm using this line of redstone on these note blocks as sort of a flying machine reset button. Theoretically, this machine is self-healing. If it ever gets stuck because the chunks get unloaded or something like that, I should be able to pulse this redstone line and get the flying machine going again. Will it always work? No. In my testing, it worked most of the time. Every once in a while, things got stuck. It's okay. I'll deal with it if it happens, but this should solve most common issues. Plus, it's going to be an interesting trigger that we're going to use in a little bit. So I'll tell you about that when we get there. I can't claim that this is completely unique and designed completely by me. I didn't read any tutorials or anything like that, but I did see a similar type of flying machine in a video that Exumavoid put out earlier this year. So if you've seen something like this, that's where I got the basic idea from. But I didn't look at any tutorials. I didn't look at any redstone things to say, oh, here's how you do this. So any similarity to any other existing flying machine, purely coincidental and just based off of, oh, hey, that looked like a kind of cool thing. Let me see if I can build that. Okay, we good? All right, we good. The next step, now that I've got both flying machines in, is I need to build the collection system. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to basically have everything get dropped down here. Now, as I think I've mentioned before, this is going to be an allay-powered farm, which means I'm going to need a note block to attract the allays, right? Because that's how these things work. So the idea is I'm going to set up a ring of hoppers, sort of going around here and then pointing down into droppers, which are also pointing down, conveniently enough. We are a very downward pointing thing here. Group, channel, video, I don't know. We're on a downward spiral, I think, is how this is all shaping up. But, right, so these are going to point here. Now, let me get the rest of the hoppers in place, and then I'll kind of show you the magic here, because it's actually really cool. So step one of this process, that's the word, words are hard, is a note block. Now, note blocks are loud and obnoxious, right? Fortunately, we have player heads on this this server. So I bought this lovely wooden player head from a wandering trader. And the cool thing is, once you do that, the note block plays, but the player head, because it's not like one of the mob heads or something that makes noise, it just sits there and says, "Doi." And that's the direct quote, just "Doi." So, okay. But it also just basically means the note block is silent. Okay, so if I set up this clock to it, okay, let's try this again, this time with an actual clock, because that's what's going to make this fun. There we go. The note block is going, but you can't hear it because the player head silences it. But it's also triggering all of these droppers, so they drop everything down here into the happy little, well, whatever this area is. And this is where whatever I do with the collection, it ends up happening here. The next step is I have to completely enclose this farm because I need to be sure the allays don't go flying out of it. Fortunately, things like glazed terracotta don't stick to slime blocks, okay? Which is awesome. So I can kind of put them in basically along this slime block here, and then I can run it along that side over there. Now, I think I've got enough glazed terracotta. I've got it. Ooh, slippery. I got it because I was trading with my villagers over there, which is nice and easy. So let's get some of these blocks in. And I think actually I may want to maybe line it from actually back here instead of right over the top of, or right under the slime here. I think that's going to give me a little bit of a nicer setup. All right, the farm is in place. We've got some bamboo growing. The flying machines are set. Now I need to get the allays in. So let's go grab some allays and bring them into the farm. Okay, and perfect. Well, that wasn't as hard as it could have been. I now have 4 allays happily in the farm, ready to pick up bamboo. And here, if I free cam in here a little bit, I'm not sure you can actually see it, but yeah, occasionally you see the little note dealy bobs, right, going out to the allays, telling them, hey, you want to drop stuff off right here at these hoppers, okay? So now let's get to the next step and actually turn this farm on. Now, to turn the farm on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some daylight sensors on top of these observers that we prepared earlier. So it looks like everything is running. Now, the idea is that these arms are not running constantly, okay? What happens is I've got these daylight sensors on top of these observers. So when the daylight changes, right, as night falls, as day rises, all that stuff, it triggers the observer, which then sends the sweeping arm. So they're kind of stopped a lot but then when day changes, they go. So if I come over here and sleep, just like this, now you can hear the flying machines going. Yeah, see, there they go. So during the day, these will go a little more often. At nights, less so. But this way, the arm's not going constantly, so it's not a total lag machine. And then all of the allays are dropping the bamboo into these hoppers, which is dropping it. Well, let me go show you what's happening underneath. So here's the giant pile of bamboo, right? So everything comes into these hoppers. Remember I said the clock powers the droppers? Well, that's how it works. All the bamboo gets dropped right down in here. Now, what I'm going to go do for the sake of the server is get a little lava and just burn all that stuff up until I have it going into a collection system. And I haven't totally decided yet if I'm going to use some of it for fuel. That much I know. And I haven't decided if I'm going to also use it in auto craft, like chests and other useful things like that. So we'll find out. But for now, we'll just let it burn. And I think that is going to do it for me today. This was fun, honestly. A little bit of tedious building it up, but hey, I'm happy it's working. And as long as the flying machines keep going, I'm going to get so much bamboo from this. It's going to be great. And then, of course, all of the wool. So thank you all so much. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.